My name is Trevor Hale. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. We know your time is really valuable. Geneva is a very busy show, so the fact that you took the time out to spend with us really means a lot. Welcome to Villa Les Tourelles. So this is the first time in this event, in this venue, that they've ever hosted an event. What a beautiful place. The owner is passionate about cars and obviously passionate about design. And of course, at Infiniti and at Renault, we are very passionate about cars and very passionate about design. So it's an appropriate location. When we walked in, we said, this should be the place where we're staying here for the Geneva show. We should be, Francois. So before we bring Roland and Jerome up for remarks, and it's very informal tonight. We'll have an informal Q&A, and then we'll unsilk this beautiful vehicle. We need to recognize some people, and we'll start with our partners at Renault. Cyril. Cyril's in the room. Cyril's the managing director of Renault Sport. Abitbul. Cyril, thank you for your leadership and your partnership. Shiro Nakamura, a man who needs no introduction, Chief Creative Officer of Nissan Motor Corporation. Thanks for being here. Continuing with design, Alfonso Albeza. Alfonso, Executive Director of Design globally. Also Matt Weaver from the London Design Studio. Matt, raise your hand and please be recognized. Continuing with product, Francois Bancon, a man who many of you know, no stranger to these parts, Vice President of Product Strategy. Tommaso Volpe, the head of Motorsports at Infiniti. And I think my colleague, Jonathan Adishek, Chief Communications Officer, is probably coming as well. So without further ado, if I can bring Roland Kruger, the president of Infiniti, up here, along with Jerome Stoll, president of Renault Sport. Gentlemen, please.
Thank you. Well, first of all, good evening. Good to see you. This is a very special occasion for us because on the evening of the Geneva Motor Show, where we have a lot of things to talk about tomorrow, we have a special project that we would like to share with you. The special project is behind me, this very beautiful vehicle. And it's based on a unique partnership within the Alliance. Infiniti is the premium brand of the Alliance, and we have a unique technical partnership with Renault Motorsports, where we jointly develop or help to develop some of the drivetrain of this Formula One car. And this is very important for us because there is a capacity and capability and expertise of engineers that is working together and that enables to have technology from track to road. And this was one of the ideas for this specific vehicle. Now, before we go into the specific vehicle, I would like to hand over to Jerome, to our partner, and share with us a little bit on Formula One, on Renault Motorsports, and maybe also a little bit on the plans for this season, because they've just unveiled a new car. So, Jerome.
Yeah, thank you, Roland, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm more than happy to be here and to be with Roland, with Infiniti, and at the time we're going to reveal a beautiful product, but do not be too much impatient. I will say just a few words about who we are in Formula One. Actually, the competition at Renault is part of our DNA. We have been in Formula One for the last 40 years. Either directly or indirectly. We're going to celebrate our birthday, 40 years birthday this year. And we took the opportunity by 2015 of being back as a team, by taking over a team, Lotus One, and having Renault as a team, being part of this show. It was a good time to do that because, as you know, in 2017, this season, all the regulation in Formula One has changed, and we had to develop completely a new chassis, a new engine, and at the same time, and it was really the purpose of 2016 job, we had to lay the foundation for our ambition. Our ambition was not just to return as a player around all the others, but to fight for podiums within 3 years by 2018, and to fight for a championship within 5 years. So this is really an exciting moment for Renault, and to build these new products, to comply with the new technology, to build the team, to hire new drivers. You know that this year we're going to drive with Nico Hülkenberg, and Julian Palmer. Next year we're going to see. But this time they are currently testing the product at Barcelona, and we're going to have the first Grand Prix at Melbourne by the end of the month of March. So we are much more than happy to be back and to showcase the technology that we can develop together. If I may extend a little bit the reason why we are partners, because this is one of the big questions you may have. It's true that when we made the decision to come back as a team, we look around within the alliance who could be our partner. As you know, the alliance is close to 10 million vehicles. We are one of the major car makers in the world, and we were sure that within this alliance we could find the right partner. And the right partner, because the alliance comes from entry car up to premium car, and the right partner was really Infiniti as premium. And at the time we had to develop this new technology, I mean the chassis, of course, but also everything regarding the power unit, and everything regarding this new technology and the engine recovery system as well. We were very pleased to look with Infiniti a strong support to co-develop some of this solution that we'll have to put on our product in order to meet our ambition, because I remind to you, our ambition is by 2020 to fight for a champion. So we have entered into a discussion and relation with Infiniti, and we found different areas of cooperation. Obviously ERS, because you can find a hybrid system in Infiniti already. But we had also different other topics which were very meaningful for us. Let's talk about the academy, which is a way to hire people, very strong and very qualified engineers, in order to incorporate them in this top-class technology as well, and to then after to have a kind of career path within the group, and especially within Infiniti. And we have also the great pleasure to have a discussion around this new product. And I will not talk anymore on this specific topic, because I'm going to hand over to Roland in order to explain more about what is this product, Roland.
Yes. So, well, first of all, as mentioned by Jerome, it is a teamwork here that has enabled us to come up with this idea. And the idea is born out of the philosophy of Formula One. The philosophy of the Formula One drivetrain is that energy is recovered and stored and utilized to propel and to actually accelerate the car at the time when you need that extra energy. And we're obviously not using exactly the same parts for a car like we will show you in a minute, but we're going to use the same philosophy. So we have an existing drivetrain, and the engineers have the mindset and the understanding of how they can recover some of the energy of the car and then use it for an extra acceleration, which we believe is going to be outstanding and also make its mark in the industry. So with this philosophy and also the close collaboration, this idea was born. And this idea is to utilize the close technical partnership, to utilize also the design competence and utilize the technical competence within the alliance, and make it possible to have a performance luxury vehicle at the top level. And Infiniti so far has not been at that level yet. And we want to make this happen together with this partnership, because that's the opportunity that we have. That's the capacity, the competence, and also the opportunity going forward to enhance our business. Without further ado, I know everybody wants to take a look at this car here. I can see you waiting for this. I would suggest we take a look at it together, and then I'll describe a little bit some of the details of the car. Yeah?
Just one thing. Yep. I wanted just to say that Cyril Abitboul is with me.
Yes,
Cyril Abitboul is the right guy who run actually all this team. And after the reveal, I guess we're gonna have the possibility to have face-to-face with question and answer.
A few technical details.
And all technical, but strategic as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Infiniti and Renault Project Black S.
So most probably you can see why we're so excited about this, because this car just looks great. And we have to give credit to the design team, especially the design team of Infiniti in London. Where is he? There he is. Yeah. Who has worked on this diligently and obviously under the guidance of Shiro Nakamura and Alfonso Albaiza. So what you see here in front of you is the Project Black S that exemplifies and shows what we have in mind for this collaboration. We have set out very clearly with our brand a direction of a design which is unique and outstanding and also shows the power of the car with this vehicle, but also with our other production cars. And we have set out with our brand direction clearly the forward-thinking technologies. This vehicle shows that we can have both and incorporate both into one car. The philosophy of the vehicle and the philosophy of the drivetrain will be the same as in Formula One, recovering the energy, recovering then that, or storing that energy that is recovered and utilizing it for the acceleration of the car. And the reason why we say this is our Project Black S is very simple. It shows that within our grade walk of Infiniti that we're introducing tomorrow in the Geneva Motor Show, there's room to grow. There's room for more. We have a grade today with a Q60, which is a Q60 Red S Sport with 400 horsepower. But we believe with this car, we can do more, and there's room for more. So we have the grade walk of the Red S or the Red S 400, and we have the Project Black S that shows that we can have a performance car, a halo car for the brand, and something that exemplifies the close cooperation with Infiniti. Now, I could talk about this car for a long, long time because it's dear to my heart, but maybe we have one of the designers here, maybe Shiro Nakamura, maybe you want to share a few thoughts of the car with us. He is the one who's guiding all our design teams and is behind the good design of Infiniti. Shiro, please.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Well, for us, for designer, always very excited to designing performance car. Where is the mat? The mat is over there. Actually, this is actually very short program, but always very motivate us to make a performance and design for expressing performance, particularly new Formula One. I like the new coloring and the new body. We are so much inspired by the Formula One. I'm very great fan of the Formula One. I go over the race. I think it's I hope you like it, and Roland, you like it? Sure. So we have to make it.
We have to make it.
Thank you.
That's the key word. Obviously, there are many questions. So when's this car coming? We have to make it. And I think you all agree with the design like this. We are very much motivated to make this happen. Now, we also have to leave us a little bit of time for surprises. So we will update you as time comes and as we're developing this car further. But there is a very clear commitment by everyone to make it. And this brings me to the last, and to me, as leading the team of Infiniti globally, to one of the most important parts. Many times we talk about technology, many times we talk about cars. But actually, it is the people that drive the business. We are in people's business. With very good engineers, with very good people, we can have the creativity, the innovation that drives our business forward. And this project is not only a great and very, very interesting project for those who love performance cars. But this is also an example where the motivation and the creativity of our team is catching on. This has almost become a project with a self-momentum. I can share with you the engineers work side by side. They've already been in Japan, looked at these things in close detail, and it's really great to see how close they can work together. Our marketing and PR colleagues are very, very excited. You see also the close collaboration within the alliance. So a project like this is not only a technology masterpiece and a showcase of what we can do, but it's also something where we can excite the whole organization and drive the brand and the business forward. And with this, I'm looking forward to see this on the road. I'm looking forward to have a small test drive with Jerome, most probably. And I would like to invite you for any kind of questions, and if you want to take a closer look at the car, please do so. Thank you for coming this evening. I appreciate your time, and any questions, please, the floor is open. Thank you.